components of the computer network. One of the components is software. It making the network possible. This includes the network protocols and the network operating system, etc. Protocol means the set of rules using which all the hosts can connect and interact with the another host which is in the network. Then network services. Applications provides different functionalities such as domain name service, file service, then voice over internet protocol. Domain name service means it's a domain name server. When I am typing the www.google.com to open the Google page in the web browser, it will reach the domain name server. This server map the website name with their IP address, because the computer knows only zeros and ones. For user convenience only we are having the alphabet names, but the machine can understand only recognize the zeros and ones. So IP address in the form of zeros and ones. Then voice over internet protocol, which is nothing but video conferencing like Gmeet. It supports Gmeet, Skype, etc. Types of transmission media. The transmission media are divided into guided media and unguided media. It is also called as wired media and bounded media. It is also called as wireless or unbounded media. So under the wired media, twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber comes. Then under the wireless, that is wireless communications, we are using the radio waves, microwaves and the infrared. So first, wired. Types of guided media: twisted pair, coaxial cable, fiber optical cable. So guided media, it is a physical medium through which the signals are transmitted. It is also called as bounded media and wired transmission media. So when you are using the wired media for connecting the computers, different computers, so it is more secure one, and it is a high speed one. We can get the high speed, and but it is used for only the short distances. Then three major types of guided media. First one is twisted pair cable. A pair of cable twisted with each other. It is very cheap. Two insulated. There is two insulated copper wire. It is the insulated. It's an insulation. This is the copper wire are arranged in the regular spiral pattern. The number of turns per feet is more. When the number of turns per feet is more, it will reduce the noise. That is, if the wires are twisted, if they are having more twist, then we can reduce the crosstalk. Twisted pair comes in two categories. One is unshielded and another one is shielded twisted pair. Unshielded twisted pair categories are category 1. Each category, there are 5 categories are there, and if you are using the category 1, it is a very it will carry the data very slow speed manner, and it will carry the data at a time 4 Mbps megabits per second. Like that, each one is having their own data speed. Then advantages of unshielded twisted pair. It is very cheap. The unshielded, that is unshielded twisted pair, sort is UTP cable. The UTP cable is useful for LAN technologies such as Ethernet, security camera and telephone system. We are using this. It is very cheap. It can be used for high speed LAN. This is the unshielded one. This is the example for shielded one. This is example for the shielded one. See, this is unshielded twisted pair. This is twisted pair. Then this is the example for shielded twisted pair. That is, each pair, it is the twisted pair is insulation. Plastic insulation is given. This is the conductor. Inside the conductor is there. Then over the insulation, the metal shield is also there. Over the metal shield, the plastic cover is also there. It gives more secure. One. It's less prone to noise. Shielded twisted pair enhances each pair of insulated conductor with the metal foil. See here. It is insulated, with the metal foil. Then it prevents the electromagnetic noise and eliminate the crosstalk also. So you may have experienced the crosstalk when you are using the unshielded twisted pair. Okay, then coaxial cable. This coaxial cable used for cable TV. So in the cable TV system, mostly the coaxial cable is used. The coaxial cable, this inner conductor of coaxial cable is made up of copper. This is made up of copper. The outer conductor is made up of copper mesh. The middle core is made up of non-conductive cover that separate the inner conductor from the outer conductor. The middle core is responsible for data transferring, whereas the copper mesh prevent from the electromagnet, that is preventing the noise. The coaxial cable comes in the two categories. One is baseband transmission and another one is broadband transmission. The baseband is a single channel. It will carry only single signal. But we are using the cable TV. We are using the broadband transmission, which at a time it can carry the multiple signals. Okay, so that multiple channel we can see the multiple channels simultaneously. Then advantage of coaxial cable, it will transmit the data at high speed. It will be better than the twisted pair cable. So it can carry more data than the twisted pair cable. This is the example for the coaxial cable. Okay, there is an inner conductor, then outer conductor, then the outer conductor also covered by some plastic cover. See here, center conductor, then dielectric, then this is the void and this is void shielded, this outer jacket, this is the coaxial cable. So the center conductor, again it is foil seeded, then it's braided shield, then it contains the outer jacket. This is the example for the coaxial cable which is used in the TV. Okay, cable TV to carry the signals. Types of coaxial signal, baseband and broadband. This is the inner conductor of the coaxial cable which is made up of copper. This is the outer conductors made up of copper mesh. The copper mesh prevent the noise. Okay, which is responsible for carrying the data. Then fiber optic cable, it is also known as optical fiber, which provide the which carry the data in the form of light. It will convert the electric signals into light. It carry the data very high speed manner. The fiber optic cable has a glass core in the center. Okay, and the light propagate through the glass core. Okay, then glass core is surrounded by the glass cladding. Okay, to protect the cladding, a thin plastic jacket is used. This is the glass core which will carry the data in the form of light. So it will propagate in a very high speed manner. The data will be propagated in the very high speed manner. The cladding which will avoid the noise. This is also example for the optical fiber. Okay, core and okay, over the core the cladding is there. Okay, the core is made up of glass. Okay, then cladding is there, then coating has been done. This is the fiber optic cable. It comes in the two categories, single mode and a multi-mode fiber optical cable. Okay, this is core, cladding, coating, strengthened member and an outer jacket. It converts the electric signals into light waves. The light wave gets transmitted over the fiber. Okay, the advantage of fiber optical cable, if you want high speed, high quality transmission of signals at very high speed, then you can use the fiber optical cable. Fiber optical cable do not get affected by the electromagnetic interference, that means noise. It works for both analog signal as well as digital signals. Point-to-point one-way communication, generally point-to-point communication, generally they use this fiber optical cable since it is a very high speed. It will carry the data with the high quality and with a very high speed manner. But the disadvantage regarding cost. It is very high cost and is difficult to install and maintain. It is fragile nature. Fragile means it is made up of glass, so it may be broken at any time. Then unguided media, it is also referred as wireless or unbounded transmission media. So here no physical medium. Physical medium means wire. No wire has been used to connect the two computers. Only, that is, here we are using the signal is broadcasted through the air. Okay, it is a wireless medium. It is less secure, but it is used for larger distance. When you are using cable system, wire system, it is only used for short distances. But if you want to make use of for larger distances, then you can go for the wireless media. In wireless medium, the signals are sent through radio waves or microwave or infrared wave or the light wave. 3 to 300 gigahertz represent radio wave and microwave. 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz refer the infrared waves. Okay, then 400 to 900 refer the light waves. Then these are the radio wave, microwave, then infrared radiation, visible light, ultralight, okay, X-ray and gamma rays. So unguided signals can travel from the source to the destination computer in several ways. It can make use of the ground propagation or sky propagation or line of sight propagation. This is the example for the ground propagation. If this is below 2 megahertz, if it is between 2 to 30 megahertz, then it will go for the sky propagation. Above 30 megahertz means it will make use of the line of sight propagation. These are the different propagation modes. So this is the example for the ground propagation. Ground propagation means the radio waves travel through the lowest portion of the atmosphere, that is hugging the earth. And the sky propagation means the radio waves radiated towards upwards. Radiated upward into the ionosphere. From there it reflected back to the earth. Okay, then line of sight means it is a very high frequency signals, usually the microwaves and satellites. They are called very high frequency signals, are transmitted in the straight lines directly from antenna to antenna. For line of sight, the both antenna should be visible to receive the signals. The both antenna should be visible to each other. Okay, then only it will receive the signals. Then we can divide the wireless transmission. We can divide the wireless transmission into 3 broad categories, that is radio wave, microwave and the infrared wave. So radio wave means radio wave's frequency is 3 kilohertz to 1 gigahertz. So AM radio and FM radio and cordless phones use the radio waves for transmission. The radio waves are omnidirectional. Omnidirectional means when an antenna transmits radio waves, they are propagated in all directions. Okay, so the antenna, sending antenna and receiving antennas do not have to be aligned. But if you take microwaves, in that case, the sending and receiving antennas, microwaves follow the line of sight method. So both antennas should be aligned and both should be visible to each other. The radio waves, particularly with those make use of the low and medium frequencies that can penetrate the walls. Okay, so that when you are, even if you are inside the home, you can hear the you can hear the FM radio. So it is advantages. AM radio can receive the signals when you are inside, even inside the building. The radio transmission mainly used for wide area networks, is WAN and mobile cellular phones. The radio waves can cover larger area and they can penetrate the walls. Radio transmission provide higher transmission rate. So omnidirectional means it can broadcast the signals in all the directions. See, the radio, this is the antenna, which the radio waves use the omnidirectional antennas. It sends out the signals in all directions. Omnidirectional characteristics of radio waves make useful for multicasting. Multicasting means there is a one sender but many receivers are there. For example, FM radio which is broadcasted by one station but